everyone, we will get started. And tonight we're going to start in a seated pose just to collectively bring everybody together. So bring yourself to a seated pose. We're going to do 3 rounds of breath and then an Om together. And if you're uncomfortable doing Om, you can always just listen, or you can hum it softly to yourself. All right. So start to close your eyes. And then stacking your spine, sitting nice and tall. And then bring your hands into heart center. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Release the breath through the mouth. Another one like that. Invite the breath in, nice and slow this time. Just travel the breath up through the spine. Nice and long breath. And then exhale nice and slow through the mouth, and then relax your whole body. Relax the shoulders. Let the breath go. And last one, just like that. Nice and slow, take the breath into the body. And then nice and slow, exhale. Letting it go. And then together, collectively, we'll do one Om. It'll be a soft Om. Taking an inhale to prepare. And an exhale. And an inhale to Om. Om. And then you can slowly start to open your eyes or have a soft gaze. Our first pose that we will be getting into is butterfly pose. And if you have your 2 blankets, place your blankets at the back of your mat or somewhere on your mat. And then you want to sit on your blankets and then place the soles of your feet together. And then when you bring your pillows next to you, you can either place your pillows or your bolsters on top of your feet, like so. And then you can give your pillows a hug and then bring your head down on your pillows. You can bring them above your feet and just start to rest your head or your hands and arms on your pillows. If you have blocks, you can put blocks underneath your knees on each side, or your pillows too. So just start to adjust and get into your poses. And then you want to feel a nice stretch in your pose, but you don't want anything pinching or uncomfortable. Just a slight uncomfortableness, but nothing sharp or pinching or attacking. And then once you get settled into your pose with all of your props, I want you to take a deep breath in and then a deep breath out. And then start to ease into the pose with soft inhales, soft exhales, natural breath in and natural breath out. Just check in with your body. Breathe through the pose. Notice the sounds of the breath. Just noticing how the body feels, the moment here, and staying completely present. And if the mind wanders, just bring it back to the breath. And then start to slowly take as much time as you need to slowly ease off of this pose. So walking your hands towards your body, lifting your chest. If you want to keep your eyes closed, you can keep your eyes closed. And just start to move your props to the side. Release any props underneath the legs and move them to the side. And then bring your hands behind your body and then feet in front of you. We'll do a windshield wiper, nice and slow to the right. And then nice and slow to the left. One more to the right. And then one more to the left. And then walk your feet back into your mat. We're going to do half butterfly. So take your right leg outside of your mat. Keep your blanket underneath your hips. And then the left leg, the left foot will go into the right thigh. So bending the left knee, placing the foot into the right thigh. And then with this pose, you can bring your stack of pillows. You can place them on top of your leg and fold. That's option one. Option two, you can place a bolster or a pillow underneath the right leg for that support underneath the knee. You can bend the leg a little bit. You can place block underneath the left knee. That feels good too. And then you can start to fold towards your right foot. Maybe placing a blanket on top of your thigh, and then you can hug your blanket or pillow, hug your blanket or pillow, and then just start to bring your chin down, your forehead towards your prop. Once you arrive in your pose, take a deep breath in And a deep breath out. And then soft, natural breaths in. Soft, natural breaths out. And remember, if something is sharp or doesn't feel the best on your knees, just come out of it, adjust yourself, place a different prop or extra prop underneath your body, and then ease back into it. And just notice the body opening up as you stay in stillness. Maybe target your breath into certain areas just to open it up a little bit more. Release any tension in your face, the space between your forehead, your jaw. Release any tension in your shoulders, your neck. And relax the feet. If there's any drifting thoughts, just go back to your breath. And starting to come nice and slow out of this pose. Just softly lift the chest, softly walk your hands, taking your time, going nice and slow, lifting your body. And once you're lifted, just remove your bolsters. Move your blocks. And then keeping your feet outside of your mat, we'll do another windshield wiper to the right. Taking your time, nice and slow. And then to the left. And if it feels good to you to do one more, just do one more to the right. And one to the left. And walk your feet back into your mat. Keep the left leg outside of it and then start to straighten the left leg. And then place the right foot into the left thigh. Oh, our half butterfly on the left side. And then again, doing anything on the right that felt good to the left, or maybe if you need a little bit more support, this side's different, honor that. Placing bolsters or blocks underneath the knees is good. Blankets, you can roll the blanket up and place it underneath the left knee. You can place block or blanket underneath the right knee. Bolster or pillows on top of the left leg for support. And then you can start to hinge forward towards your left foot. Nice and slow, bringing your body on top of whatever bolsters or pillows or blankets you have. And then just starting to relax the back of the neck, relax the head. Maybe if you want to use your arms for support, you can keep your arms there for support. And then just start to softly drift into this pose. Once you arrive, we'll take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And then easing in, soft inhales, natural breath. Take away any tension in the upper body. Allow the eyes to soften, the eye sockets. Notice how the breath begins and how the breath releases. And relax the legs, the right hip, relax the left. notice any drifting in the mind, just gently take yourself back to the breath. And start to slowly bring yourself out of this pose. Walk your hands towards your body. Take your time. Go nice and slow. Remove your bolsters to the side. And then feet are going to separate on your mat. Another windshield wiper to release this pose. Take your time. Whenever you arrive, windshield wiper to the right. And then windshield wiper to the left. And come back to center. Our next pose will be caterpillar pose. So you're going to stay seated on your blankets. Again, your hips are on your blankets. And then you're going to walk your feet in front of you. So you're straightening the legs. Now, if you know that you need a little bit of support underneath the knees, you can place a bolster, blanket, or pillow underneath your knees like so. And then you're going to hinge the body forward onto your legs. So for that extra support, we're going to want to stack maybe your pillows, 2, 3 blankets on top of each other. And then we want to hinge our body on top of our sets right here. And if you want to rest your forehead on something, add another blanket or add a block so that you're completely in this nice relaxed pose. You'll still feel a good stretch when you want to be supported at the same time. So make your way into your caterpillar. Take a few seconds to get into the pose. Try to work your props so that it feels good, but you're still getting a good stretch. We want that slight uncomfortableness, but nothing that hurts the body or doesn't feel really good. And once you arrive, and take a deep breath in. Really travel the breath on this inhale. Nice deep breath in. And then through the mouth, exhale. So letting the body sink. Relax the toes. Relax your ankles. Relax your arms. Take any tension away from your neck, your jaw. And then take the breath into the body. We want this oceanic-like breath that flows nice and easily into the body and nice and easily out of the body. Just an effortless breath. And let the shoulders relax. reminding each body part to relax. Let go of any tension anywhere in the body. Let go of any tension anywhere in the mind. So allowing a peaceful practice in the mind. Go back to the breath. Notice the sound that it makes. And then coming out of this nice and slow, starting to walk your hands, lifting your chest, lifting your head, taking as much time as you need to bring yourself upright. Once you arrive, taking the time to remove your stack, your box, your bolsters. To release this pose, again, we'll do another windshield wiper to the right and to the left. So taking your time, and then once you get out of the pose, bring your hands behind you and we'll windshield wiper to the right. And then windshield wiper to the left. And then once you're done with your windshield wiper, I'd like you to scoot yourself off of your blanket or stack blankets. You're just going to remove your blankets to the side. We're setting up for supported bridge pose. If you know what you need for that, grab that. If you have a bolster that you like to use or blocks, grab those, bring them close to you first. And then slowly start to lower your body all the way down so your back is onto the earth. Once you arrive here, let's just bring our knees into our chest and then rock our lower back from right to left. Just a little bit of compression. And then plant your feet about hip width distance on your mat. Your knees are facing towards the sky. And then you can softly graze your fingers on the back of your heels. And then you want to start to lift your hips. And then you either place underneath your hips a blanket, bolster, blocks, and then gently bring your hips down onto whatever object that you choose. Now, if you want to place a blanket underneath your head, if that feels good to you, you can place a blanket underneath your head or a small bolster. If you want to place something over your eyes, if that's calling to you, you can. You can place something underneath each arm. And then once you arrive, once you get settled into your bridge pose, your supported bridge, take an inhale, travel the breath through the body. And then an exhale, nice and slow, let the breath go. And then just feel your body sink into your mat, sink into your bolsters, sink into the pose. Allow your mind to release all thoughts. Just focusing on the breath. and slow. Start to bring yourself back into your body. And then gently lift your hips, nice and slow. Start to remove your props from this pose. And then lower your hips down to your mats. Just allow your back to be nice and flat. We'll take a few moments here just to collect and realign the spine. And then hug both knees into your chest. Do that rocking that feels good to you back and forth. And then just lengthen the left leg down and hug the right knee in for a stretch. And then switch left knee in, right leg that extends for that side. And then walk the feet back onto your mat, about hip width distance. You're going to go into a reclining twist with both legs. And we're going to go to the right first. So with your bolsters, maybe place your bolsters to the right side of your legs. And you can either place both of them down and then bring your legs in a 90-degree angle and then place the top of your thigh or your knees onto your bolsters. That's option one. Option two, you can place a bolster in between both legs and then one on the bottom or a blanket and then start to shift your hips and twist to the right. You can do that as well. Finding your position that feels the most or the best for you. And then with the arms, you want to place blocks underneath the arms or bolsters. You can have them even open in goalpost. You can have them resting on the mat or on the floor, open into a T. Maybe if it feels good for you to place your right hand on top of your left thigh. Just finding that pose that feels good to you. And taking a moment to settle in. Once you arrive, take a deep breath in. And a deep exhale. And then continue with your soft inhales and soft exhales. Take away any tension in the face, the space in between your forehead. Start to soften your face, soften your jaw. Gently coming out of this pose. Start to move and bring your knees back to center. Just start to walk your feet, plant them back onto your mat. Remove your bolster, remove your block. And then hug your knees into your chest. And then float your heels, lift them for happy baby. Just take your time. If you're still in your twist, coming out of it, just knowing that this is your next pose, and we won't be in happy baby for too long, just a little bit, like a minute, minute and a half in our happy baby. And once you arrive in happy baby, if stillness is calling to you, you can remain still. Or if you'd like to stretch or lengthen and straighten one leg, you can straighten one, straighten the other. Just do anything that feels good to you and that's calling to you in your body. And slowly coming out of your happy baby, bring your knees back into your chest, give yourself a hug. And then bring your feet back down to your mat. Bring any bolsters to the left side that you want, or place a bolster in between your legs or blocks. And then once you make your little stack and place all your bolsters and stuff in position, we'll lift the feet, so 90-degree angle, and then start to slowly shift your hips and twist them to the left, and then float them either on your block, blanket, bolster, with your arms. Again, just opening them, opening the chest if that feels good to you, or bring them next to your sides, or resting the left hand on top of your right thigh. And then as you settle into your space, once you arrive, take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And at this time, taking that oceanic breath and breathing it into the body. Maybe visualizing that breath as a color, something that's light and pure. That life force, the prana, entering the body and bringing that breath into all the places in the body, of the joints and the muscles, and the mind and the eyes and the jaw. Allowing that prana, that life force, to open and rejuvenate, revitalize, and soften the inner layers of our body. start to slowly bring yourself out of the pose. Take enough time to just slowly move. Be walking your feet back to center. Moving your bolsters, removing your blocks. And then once you remove everything, just stretch the body nice and long. Lengthen your legs, point your toes, bring your hands or arms above your head, and just stretch nice and long. And then we'll roll into our next pose, which is Shavasana. So for your Shavasana pose, I would like you to make it nice and juicy. So place either blanket underneath your head. That feels good to you. Maybe if you want something underneath your hips, blanket or bolster or something small. Placing something underneath your knees. You can cover yourself with one of your blankets. Maybe covering your eyes. So take as much time as you need to bring yourself into your final Shavasana. And once you arrive, we'll slow down even more, and then we'll do a mini sound bath so you guys can drop into a meditation of your own. And I'll start to guide your meditation before we begin our sound bowls. So I'll give you a few more seconds to get into your final Shavasana. And once you arrive in your Shavasana, take a deep breath in and a deep exhale. And one more like that. Deep breath in and a deep exhale. And as you settle into this pose, just feel the weight of your body. Feel the earth beneath you, just that solid ground of support. And the natural breaths into the body, the natural breaths releasing. And as you travel the breath into the body, I want you to envision this white, pure light that's coming in through the bottoms of your feet. It can be any kind of white light that resonates with you. It can be glittery, it can be bright, it can be soft, it can be white, it can be yellow, it can be gold, it can be silver. Whatever that light is to you, start to travel that light through your feet and then light up the inner bone with that light, bringing that light all the way through your legs, your pelvis, through your stomach, your organs. So as it's traveling through each body part, it's just lighting each body part. Everything's lighting up. Taking that breath, that light to your lungs, your heart, letting the heart shine and glow through each arm, letting the light shine through each fingertip and each finger, traveling through the neck and the head and out of the crown of your head. So you're just radiating this light. This light is radiating. You can feel it as it moves through you. And it's this gentle light. So even though it's vibrant and bright and illuminating, it's this nice, soft, gentle light that comes through your body. This peacefulness that comes through your body and you can feel it immediately. Bringing that into the body, that soft, illuminating light. As you see yourself and you feel yourself with this light, I want you to bring yourself and hover over your physical body. So take yourself and look at yourself from above as if you were a bird looking over your body and seeing yourself glow. Just taking this time to observe your body and how it glows and illuminates. Just take this time to really honor your body. Be grateful for your body, your presence, and just look at how beautiful you are. Look at how beautiful you are, shining from the inside out, your whole form. start to wiggle your toes and your fingers. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And if you'd like to remain in your Shavasana for a little bit longer, please honor that. If you're ready to bring yourself into the night and slowly start to wake up, just softly start to wake up the body by wiggling the legs a little bit, moving the hands or the wrists or the arms. And it feels good to you, maybe stretching out the body. And slowly start to roll yourself to the right or left side body in a fetal position. And once you arrive in your fetal position there, just any last intentions or prayers or any last moments here, just reflect. And then gently start to slowly press yourself all the way into a seated pose and take as much time as you need to. And once you arrive in your seated pose, just rest your hands on your knees, keeping your eyes closed. We'll take, again, another 3 deep breaths together, and then we'll end with a final Om. So another deep breath in. Exhale through the mouth. 2 more like that. Deep breath in. Exhale through the mouth. Last one. Maybe try to bring a few more extra sips into the breath. Maybe you pause it at the top just slightly, just a little bit. And then the longest exhale that you can make. So take as long as you can possibly be to just let that breath go, let that prana, that life force out of the body. And then bring your hands into Anjali Mudra, prayer center. We'll do 1 Om collectively together. Take an inhale and take an exhale. And an inhale to Om. Thank you so much for letting me guide you this evening. I hope you all have a beautiful evening and a relaxing night. Take care of your bodies, take care of your souls. And my name is Maria. It was lovely to teach this class to you guys, and thank you for your beautiful energy. Thank you. Have a wonderful, wonderful night. I will unmute you guys.
Thanks, Maria.
You're welcome,
Thanks.
Alicia. Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you. It was wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you, Martin. Thank you, Angie. Thank you, Vicky. Yo. Have a beautiful night. Namaste, guys.
Namaste.